When it's summertime and it's hot, of course, it's tomato time. And like middle of summer is the best time, to the end of summer too as well, all the way going to the early fall. I got three nice large sized tomatoes, vine ripened. You could use plum tomatoes. I got a nice yellow one here. I got these from the farmer's market. I'm growing some as well, but this like really nice tomatoes. It's that time of year. You know what to look for. We got a couple shallots. We've got some capers. We also have some pepper flakes when you're using some cider vinegar and some old olive oil, lighter olive oil. It doesn't have to be extra virgin because we do a little bit of pan frying with the shallots. But first, before we get started, what's going to happen is we're also going to have some parsley in this too. We're going to slice really thin slice of our shallots. We're talking about 1/8 to 1/16 of an inch, wafer thin, as they say. And then just get them thin as you can on those shallots. Okay, stronger than an onion, but great flavor. We're not putting garlic in here. Shallots are going to give us our savory flavor that we want. Okay, and that's our shallot sliced. You are going to cut up your tomatoes. I'm crying a little bit there. Woo, man. So tomatoes, you're going to cut in half. Make sure you have a sharp knife. You're going to cut the inside out like that. We're going to go in half again. Inside out, you know the deal. Okay, with plum tomatoes, you just cut them in half. And then we're going to do slices. We're going to go into nice quarter inch thick slices. Kind of keep them together because we're going to lay this all out on a plate or a platter. How we're going to serve them. Because you can put this in a container and have it a couple times during the week for more than one meal to make this. We're kind of making a hot topping that's going to go on nice cold tomatoes. Basically, it's a salad what we're making. Okay, so there's our nice thin slices of our tomato. If you can't hold them all together, see how they fell apart a little bit? Just kind of lay them there because we're gonna spread them out. Is what I'm trying to say. We're gonna spread them out. We're not gonna pile them. You're gonna see what's gonna happen with that. And it's great if you can get yellow, but of course all red tomatoes are gonna be fine. So get those all sliced. We have some parsley in a bowl, and this is about 1/4 of a bunch of parsley, right? See there? And what I do is I soak it in the bowl first, pull it out. That leaves any dirt in the water. Pull that out, shake that out. People forget that when they do herbs. I always tell people to remember to do that. That shakes out and leaves all the dirt right in the water. What's going to happen is we are going to take our leaves off the stems. A little wet there, but that's not a problem. You don't have to dry it a lot. It's better in this dish with Italian parsley versus curly parsley. You're going to bunch it all up. We're going to get it like a rough chop, but it doesn't have to be totally fine chopped. We're not doing like a dust of parsley. We're just going to do, and you have a little bit of stem, it's not the end of the world, okay? So what you're going to have is break it up in 2 or 3 bunches. I do like a little roll like that. See there? See that roll? Roll, 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 and then slice down to get like a rough chop of our parsley. Okay, break all that stem up, turn it, and again thumb out of the way, and you're totally good with your rough chopped parsley. A little stem there, take that out. All right, do all that with your parsley. I'm going to start off with 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. I would use a lighter olive oil. I wouldn't use an extra virgin. That's all you have, that's all you have. We're going to bring this up and heat the pan to a medium heat. You're going to start seeing a little bit of ripples in the oil before we add our shallots. All right, we can see that I've got feeling some heat there. We're going to put on our shallots. We want them to fry, but you don't want to burn them. So if they're burning right away, then turn down your heat. So we're going to start to saute them. We're kind of like pan frying is basically what we're doing. We want to get a little bit of color on these shallots. So we have to really regulate our heat. You're better off on a medium heat and working it slowly instead of too high because you don't want them to burn. So slowly we're going to bring up to a light caramelization or browning on our shallots. You see how it's some light browning? We had to turn down our heat a little bit. We want them to burn. So now we're going to add our drained capers. No with the juice. Straight capers going to go in with our shallots. we turn it down to a medium heat, okay? Add those capers in there, and you're gonna move that around with your lightly browned shallots. Shake that around. Nice. This is gonna go a couple minutes, and we're basically kind of like a light saute of our capers and our shallots. The shallots now are kind of browned up, and we're gonna cook our capers in there as well. There we go. We got some cooking of our capers there, brown shallots. You're gonna add your parsley to that, okay? Parsley, stir that around. There we go. And now I'm turning it down to a low heat for about 3 to 4 minutes. We're gonna add in our vinegar. You can use cider vinegar, white vinegar, or a white balsamic. You don't want to use a heavy red balsamic. So there is our vinegar, 2 tablespoons in there. I have it on a low heat. We're gonna go back another 2 minutes, then we're gonna turn it off. Everyone, our heat is off, but we're gonna add another 1/4 cup of our olive oil, and my heat's off. I'm just stirring it in right into my capers and my parsley vinegar mixture, right? Just like that. Shake that around, but my heat's off, okay? There we go. Now we're gonna put a couple pepper flakes in there. A couple pepper flakes. That's all you need. 2 pinches, we're good, okay? That's gonna be our heat. We don't need salt, because what? We have the bite of the acid from the vinegar, and we also have the capers. Get a platter or any kind of dish. I have this rectangular one, and I'm gonna lay out my tomatoes. You don't have to arrange them. They're slices. Lay out your slices. Nice and easy. If you have a container that you're gonna put back in the fridge, that's fine. Just put that in the container and you're good. Because you're gonna have, there's more than one meal out of this. Or if you're gonna present this on a table for guests, obviously this is the way you want to do it. On a nice flatter platter, not a bowl. Okay? Looks better. All laid out. We'll get ready to put our topping on there. Great. We got the sliced tomatoes, the capers, caramelized shallots, a little bit of cider vinegar or white vinegar, even white balsamic works, and of course the capers are kind of pan fried. I got some chili flakes in there and some fresh chopped parsley, and of course the olive oil. This way you got a nice tomato salad or a side. It's really pungent and really good, especially with the vine ripe tomatoes.